Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you're feeling spunky, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you don't want to miss anything, hit that bell. And as always, give me a thumbs up or even a thumbs down, and I love it when you comment. So in today's video, we are going to go over 7 palettes that I am getting rid of. I don't like really doing declutter videos. I mean, I like doing collection videos, but not so much declutter, and I just feel like right now there are these 7 palettes that I am tired of looking at. So we're going to go over them. Hopefully you think it's enjoyable. So the first one is the Creep It Real palette by Makeup Revolution. I've loved this palette, as you can tell. It's beat up, and this black has a big dip in it. I use it a lot for body painting, which is why this is so dirty and messy, but I love this palette. I absolutely love it, okay? But it just really doesn't have a place for me in my collection any longer. It's older. I didn't have any issues with the formula, and I love the names like Terror, Goblin, The Creeps, Goosebumps, Bump in the Night. I love it. But I just don't need it anymore, and I'm not reaching for it, and I don't foresee myself reaching for it in the future. Now, if Makeup Revolution comes out with more of these next year, or I mean this year, or if these go back on sale, I may repick this one up. I don't know. Just the shape of it and the use that I've gotten out of it, I don't need it anymore. And I got this one on sale. I think I only paid like $4 for it or something like that. So I'm going to give it to one of my kids, or yeah, probably one of my kids, because it's still usable for them. I can't obviously pass that along to somebody else because it's kind of messy. Okay, so I have the Violet Voss Essentials. I got this in a BoxyCharm like 2 years ago now. I don't even know. It's been a long time, and this is what it looks like, and this color story just does not call to me. I want to love this palette. I really do love these shimmers in the palette. They are beautiful, but I haven't used it. I've only swatched this palette like, oh, I should use it. I really like those colors. And so because of that, I need to just let it go. It's been a while, and I'm not going to use it. I need to stop lying to myself. So I got this Rude Cosmetics Remorse palette this month, actually. I used it once, and I didn't mind the formula. I really like this Wilbur shade and this Weindler shade. They're beautiful. The quality is there, but it's not something that adds anything to my collection, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it on, even though it's not a bad palette. If you hear banging, there's construction going on next door. I'm sorry. I'm getting rid of this. I got this in BoxyCharm in May, and this brand is shady. This palette's not that great. It's okay. The color story doesn't speak to me, so I'm going to pass that along. Okay, here's the Makeup Revolution Pride palette, and I bought it because it's a Pride palette, and you know, I belong to that group of people. Anyways, it was a Pride palette. I bought it. These are pressed glitters with some shimmers, and I've never really used it. Everything on it it's pretty. You know, it's not bad. That red is really nice. Oops, now it's all dirty. Sorry, but because I'm swatching everything, I am dirty person. Anyways, it's just not something that I've ever reached for, and I can't just keep it around because it's a Pride palette. I just need to get rid of it. I'm gonna give it away, don't worry. not to any of you. Please don't ask for my stuff. That's kind of gross. But I'm going to give it to somebody I know who will use it and isn't afraid of my hand germs and stuff. So, Tarte Pro. I got this in BoxyCharm, and this was the last palette that I had gotten before I canceled my subscription, because one of the shades in it had mold in it. Yeah, that really happened. They resent me a new one, but I had canceled after that. I was like, no, thank you. Sorry, it's glaring on you. But yeah, it smells really good, and this one doesn't have any mold in it. It's brand new. I haven't even swatched it, but I love the smell of it, but these colors just don't add anything to my collection, so I'm gonna pass it along. And the last one, bum bum bum, it is from Jeffree Star. The Jawbreaker. Only palette I ever bought of his, and the only product I ever bought of his, and he's a shady motherfucker, so I mean, if you want to support him, I don't care, okay? Like, you do you, alright? But for me, it doesn't feel right, okay? So I'm not going to support him anymore. And the color story was kind of all over the place, so I went ahead and I wasn't using it, anymore, because I just felt guilty for using it. And so I thought, well, maybe if I rearranged the palette, I would get more use out of it, and I haven't. And to be honest, his formula, it's okay. It's kind of dry, and there are some duds in here, like that Tasty shade, and this, it's not really called Tasty. That blue and this blue are really challenging to work with. This one's broken now, which happened when I was trying to depot them, because they're glued in, they're not magnetic. But I kept it because this was the first palette that I spent that amount of money on. I had never purchased anything that cost what this cost at that time. And so I was in school too, and again, I was not doing super well financially. I wasn't super bad off, but I was paying for school, and I was working overnight at a job that didn't pay that great. And so yeah, but I ended up treating myself to this palette, and so it's kind of hard to let go of, just because it's all those memories. And but yeah, I can't justify just keeping it around so it can sit there, and then so I can feel guilty for purchasing it, and yada yada, and for not using it, because I feel guilty for not using this palette that I spent so much money on. And some of the colors are really pretty. I really like that pink one, but it's just not worth it to me anymore to keep it. And I think that I know a teenager that might really like this palette, so I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit and sanitize it with some 99% alcohol and pass it along to somebody who will love it and get my money's worth out of it, because I would much rather somebody else use it and it get put to use rather than it just sit here and get old and collect dust, right? So that just feels better to me. Anyways, those are the 7 palettes that I'm getting rid of and why I'm getting rid of them. Yeah, thank you for being here. Bye.